Hello, everybody. This is No Bullshit Gaming Podcast to Enough Gamers, session number 33. We're sharing actionable insights, dropping knowledge from our day-to-day user acquisition, game design, and ad monetization jobs. But we're also discussing latest news from time to time while having so much fun. But let's not forget, this is 4 a.m. conference discussion vibe. Let's not take it too seriously. How about that?
Good.
Hello there.
Yeah,
Sounds great, man. Yeah. And Maciej, what are we discussing today?
I don't tell. I just
Oh.
want to, I just want to say we have Felix here, Jakub here, and myself, Maciej here, and we are going to discuss fake ads and fake core gameplays. Everybody is fake. Everything is fake. Fake it till you make it. There you go.
Lots of people actually make it seems.
Yeah, no. The article I posted about fake ads got super popular, but we are not going to talk about the whole article here because it's lame. We're going to talk about fake ads in general, and then Jakub made an interesting research about fake core gameplay. And of course, Felix, you're going to tell us we are wrong, right?
Yep.
Is that true? Okay, perfect.
It's not.
What it's not? What do you mean?
We'll see. We'll see at the end.
Wait,
Toward the end.
Maciej, ask us how we're doing. Ask us how we're doing.
I want, yeah. How are you doing, guys, this week?
Hey, Remo. Hey, Remo.
What?
Do you think I look extra especially good today?
You mean
How do you think I look? How do you think I look? Or should I
don't
say,
have COVID?
konnichiwa? I'm wearing my kimono just for you.
Really?
Yeah, man. I know you love Japan and everything Japanese, so I thought you could love me today. Konnichiwa. Rimo-san?
That's a proper Japanese.
Yeah,
I would say.
Yeah.
Oh, nice, wow. Please take it next week to PGC. I would love to see.
Depends.
I would love to see
I mean,
With
I
the
haven't seen
umbrella,
Remo smile as much, so I might have to take it with me everywhere I see him.
Yeah, well, you take the kimono. He will take his glasses, I suppose. What should I take? I will make myself a T-shirt with UA diversification and SMR slicing.
All right. Time to spin your sweaty spaghetti, boys.
No. It's you didn't say like how are you? I'm
okay.
really interesting to hear because I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking.
Oh, how are you,
As
Maciej?
usual. I finished Dark Souls, Elden Ring. We talk about that one. So looking at all the other things. Currently, I read that Cyberpunk is being trending super high now after they announced that another expansion and the anime has been released by Netflix.
Are you going to
in
plan
Japanese.
it finally, Mr. Japanese? Are you planning to? Okay.
Yeah, once it hits the expansion next year, not now.
Well, where is it coming live?
Next year, they said.
Okay, so we have
we'll see.
12 more months, I guess.
Yeah, but the anime from Netflix looks great. We'll probably watch that one.
Really? Of course you will.
Yeah, it's in Japanese, so it's a proper anime.
Of course. Who else?
Konnichiwa.
So, would you say it's gonna make as much money as Dragon Quest?
What do you mean, the expansion on Cyberpunk?
Well, maybe, or the anime. I have no idea.
Oh, we'll see. I'm really curious if they are able to kind of turn this ship around in a way that may kind of get back the usual premium honor they got before when they were in the best times of Witcher. Keep in mind they already announced that they're doing Witcher 4 or whatever kind of a new project. That it's not like continuation of the trilogy, like a new Witcher project. Okay. So we'll see. But yeah.
If you say we'll see one more time, I'm gonna kill myself. Please, let's not we'll see anymore.
What if I can do
we
Harakiri
will observe.
first?
Okay, we'll observe. That's a good. Ready for next week? PGC.
Yep.
Knocking on the door. Amazing. You need to upgrade your flight ticket, Mr. Jakub.
Yeah, I'll look into it.
Ryanair has business class?
No, it's
Finnair, man.
No
going
Ryanair.
to Finland. What's the other? There's no other way.
Yeah. From Vienna, no way. All right. So why do developers use fake ads? Your honest opinion.
because you
Yeah, I'm
don't
Because
get
asking you. Yeah, I'm asking you, Mr. Harakiri.
me Harakiri.
Yeah, of course.
Harakiri, Mr. Harakiri. Basically, because you can get a broader appeal by lying in your creatives that your game is different than it actually is, so you can lower your CPI and thus get more users into your game for cheap.
Okay.
because you are able to make 100 million revenue with a 5-year-old game that was making something to nothing.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so misleading ads or fake ads work quite well from the research I've done and from what we actually can see around us, right? So it's not only the Mighty Party case we mentioned, but also Playrix and others, and it quite helped increase the revenues and the user base for homescapes and gardenscapes, I guess. So they can bring a lot of money to the developer's pocket. That's it. I mean, we could end the discussion here. Thank you very much. It was fun, but we can continue. So why is it happening? And we discussed this multiple times before. Running and growing the game, it's not an easy job, and scaling a game is even harder. So you can go back like a few episodes and listen to us talking about scaling a game. You need to involve a lot of departments into the scaling business, and it's not only as we discussed, not only on the marketing side. You need to work very closely with the game team and analytics, and you have to have a live ops ace in your sleeve as well. So thanks to the fake ads, you could potentially lower the CPIs quite heavily. And if you are looking at your LTV versus CPI equation, what can you do? So on marketing side, all the UA creatives, ASO tricks here and there, maybe like lowering down 10-20% here and there, but that's not gonna help you grow the game or scale the game or have like 5-year-old game make hundreds of millions. So if you are not able to increase the LTV, you need to do whatever it takes to lower down the CPIs. Just below the LTV, obviously, and whatever it takes, which means whatever, even using fake ads. So, what do players say about fake ads? Well, I love it on my from my end, but most probably others don't like that too much, right?
I would say there's like a expected hit on the review section when you start doing this. Like, let's just be honest.
Yeah.
I would say last thing I was checking this, it was like 20% of the negative reviews automatically turn into complaints about fake ads. That's like assured, basically.
That's
Es-
true.
Especially if the game was not doing it before. Which brings us also to that other point, that why not everyone is doing it currently. Why not, let's say, Supercell is not doing it, or IP games are not doing it? Because of course you don't want to tarnish your brand. That's like the
Yeah.
one of the biggest, let's say, obstacles in order to run it. Because you have an IP, so the IP drives down the CPI. You don't have an IP, and you don't have a portfolio of games making billions like King or Supercell. So
Billions.
yeah,
Billion.
what's left there for you to do? So
Oh, proper
either
UA. What are you
prop.
talking about? What are you
And
talking
if
about?
you hit the CPI ceiling even with proper UA, like, do you think you can revive any game with like proper UA?
Well, you can't revive any game with the proper UA. It's just about the CPI LTV. That's it.
So
I mean,
proper UA is just a different name for fake ads.
no, 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 no. No, come on, come on. And I'm not like, look. So even though I made this research, I'm not like cheering up for fake ads. It's just I don't. I just think it's very smart and a really interesting idea how to fake fake it till you make it. Because why not? I mean, look. So if you do or think about it, you try to make money because this is still business. So if you're not able to increase the LTV, so that what you do, there's the other part of the equation, and with different like UA optics, tactics, and hacks and whatever, you can lower the CPI. But this is definitely quite different.
Yep.
This is like super dramatic change of creative strategy. Yep.
What's your like kind of opinion also? So like with the rise of fake ads, you've also seen kind of the rise of this like disgusting things with like yeah, misogyny, people hitting each other, like anti-woman ad, like stuff like that. Like I get so many complaints about it. Like but that must work super well as well. Otherwise, UA managers and creative people wouldn't be building these type of ads.
That's the thing, because if we see these type of ads, and they are, well, we see that for quite a long time already, it must work, because I mean it's just like disgusting. I can't, I mean, most probably I wouldn't run these type of things. At least I'm very glad I didn't have to yet in my career. So, but it makes money, I guess. So that's the thing, and that's why you can block them on Facebook, on other UA channels for sure. Yes, but then you will find a way how to run these ads on different ad networks, and then it falls into your
And then it
basket,
becomes yeah,
Felix.
then it becomes my problem and I have to yeah, deal with it and yeah, quite frankly, eat a lot of shit.
But that's the thing.
Isn't this like, the whole social app ecosystem is wired around polarizing content and pushing polarizing content around because that, catches eyeballs.
It
So
is, but these type of ads got like get quite banned immediately on Facebook, because it's against the rules and guidelines, and it's usually like very quickly that you can see that your ad got rejected actually. So
hmm.
you won't do that much action on Facebook. On Google maybe, but it's also like very strict. On ad networks,
But this was like a recent change, wasn't it? In a way that
no.
like I remember my Facebook feed being spammed with the lava guy pin creative from
But
Hero
Lava
Wars.
Guy is not, Lama Guy is not misogyny, and like
Ah,
all
okay, you
these,
mean my
like,
surgery, not fake ads per se.
yeah,
Okay,
not
okay,
fake ads
okay.
per se.
Yeah.
Facebook said multiple times in last year that they're gonna ban fake ads, but why would they? They make money on it, so it's like it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen anytime soon. And then there's the other aspect of CGI, 3D, totally different types of creatives, which is like super high quality, but it's also fake. I mean, do you remember like we had on the train station this like 3D changing train, which was
Yeah, like
absolutely
stuff
amazing
like Plarium
quality?
does, for instance.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And players complain like, "Hey, this is not how the game looks like." But it's like, is it fake ad? Of course it is, but it's a different type of fake ad. No, it's
Hmm.
comparing apples to oranges, I guess. But still, players complain quite heavily, but they don't understand how UA and fake ads work. That's the thing. But okay, so like you said, Felix, at the beginning, think about this as a funnel. So you're acquiring a shit ton of new players with very low CPIs, way lower than what you were able to get before with your, regular gameplay related creatives. Well, what can you do? And like we see kind of a pattern here, which means like games with really high CPIs in different genres use this tactic to lower down the CPI. So usually it's 4X, RPG games, fantasy oriented themes, and stuff
Midcore,
like
hardcore. Yeah.
mid-core, hardcore. Yeah, I mean it was used as we discussed in casual games, in PlayerX and titles, but mostly, and also I mean match three is also very high high CPI high CPI genre. Okay, there you go.
Nowadays already, yeah.
Yeah, so so this is how you can actually go about that, and just try to lower the CPI pretty much, because what I used in the past, I can just bring up the train station example again. As soon as we showed gameplay, the CPI was super high. As soon as we showed the fake ad that I shared in the article, like, CPI was super low. Of course, retention dropped as well, but then if you acquire 100 players instead of like 10, your chance to get players is way higher than from the 10. And then that's the whole math behind the fake ads. That's it. So it's kind of easy. You just need to try again to think about the CPI versus LTV equation. And like, why do you see high CPIs in these genres? Well, what affects the CPI? So it's genre, as you said. Then it's kind of monetization strategy. Ad monetized games have lower CPIs, hyper casual, and all these. Then it's visual theme and obviously creatives. So it depends on the combination of the genre and visual design how you can achieve different type levels of CPI. So yeah, interesting fake ads case study. I think we are going to see these type of behaviors even more. And why is it important to mention fake ads? It's not only about fake ads as as creatives. To make it work, you need to have like an expectation flow or like seamless experience for players. So if you see fake in the creatives, you need to see fake in the stores, and you need to see fake in the game as
Gameplay.
well, in the gameplay, which is amazing transition to fake core gameplay. Research by Mr. Jakub, game design Japanese master Remiar.
If you've built a mobile game for iOS or Android, you've experienced user churn. You can win those users back, but it's getting more and more expensive, even more so to acquire totally new users. Enter cross-promotion with Addictive. By identifying your users likely to churn early, you can showcase another game in your portfolio before they leave forever, transforming a lost user into a new user, increasing your revenues. Learn more now at addictive.com.
Konnichiwa.
Yeah. I really hope you're going to talk about vectors and design systems in the fake core gameplay. No? Oh, okay. Thank you very much for listening. I think this is it.
Yeah, let me get this straight. So I would say this is like a evolving trend currently, as same as it was done with the creatives themselves.
Yeah.
Like if we could put it as a subcategory, fake ads is basically a subcategory of creative strategy. In the end, it's not that like you said, like you can
Yeah.
have the high value, high production player X one, which are still like fake ads basically, and then you can have your hyper casual pin lava guy, whatever misogynistic gameplay that's like that's been used. What happened throughout the years, some games look at the others, and I guess like one of the most used tactics is pretty much to kind of see what competition is doing and improve upon it, like plus one, the usual one.
Yeah.
Because you cannot really kind of create something out of nothing if something is working and being proven by millions of spent and revenue dollars by the other games. So as I look through it, I see like few types or examples or evolutions of these, and let's basically go through like let's say three types that goes from the lowest, or let's say the crudest example of pretty much duct taping it into it, and then to very very smooth, and I would say like pretty much evolution of the whole thing. So let's start with Hero Wars, because Hero Wars is like one of the first ones that actually started doing this, or let's say maybe even Gardenscape started sooner. Don't know. Like would need to research that based on some kind of old builds of the games. But let's keep with the high LTV games because we want to talk about midcore.
This is for sure. It was first. It was first Player X because they stole that from Matchington Mansion. And then they applied this for Hero Wars when they bought
for
the
whole portfolio. Yeah. So let's just take Hero Wars for this example. So what the Hero Wars started is that really, really famous, or I would say infamous creative, where you have the guy, there's some kind of physics-based puzzle, you pull pins out, and then he dies in like a horrible death of lava or something like that. And then it fails, and then you need to click on it and install the game. So what happens there is that they... on top of it, of course, they changed the screenshots of the game in the store. That's really important to keep the illusion.
I love it.
But what they did is that they also put the playable creatives into the actual gameplay. So if you would open Hero Wars currently, or say I was looking into it, right after the first level, not even before starting the first level, they have it as the first thing.
It's a tutorial in the before in the game right away.
Yeah,
like you open up an app, and then you have
it goes directly into that playable. And that playable is again like that nice physics-based puzzle, which you can actually fail, and you can either retry it or skip it. That's important, but it's, I would say, pretty satisfying to even play with it a little bit, to like see the interactions, all the possible horrible deaths. But anyway, it's there. And right afterwards, normal gameplay catches up with the normal tutorial. And after the first level, where there's normal basic gameplay. You complete one level, get rewards, stuff like that. Then again, another fake creative is put into the gameplay. Again, a little bit more complex. You can play with it. You don't have to. You can skip it, and then game takes over and takes you to my menu, and pretty much tutorial continues. The thing is that if you even read the reviews or the comments on the game, people are actually expecting that these puzzles are normal flow of the game and they would be somewhere there also later in the game. But of course they're not. Like
So it's only
these are
part
just
of the fatui. Like,
yeah, that's just part of the tutorial. Afterwards, after you like go through these two creatives, you don't see it anywhere else. But the hope remains that it's
Hope.
and you continue playing, and that's the whole point of it. Like if you can just force so many more people to continue and push them to the funnel, you're already pretty much golden because maybe they bought something in the meantime, maybe they watched some ads, maybe
Yeah.
they remain for the next day. So I think this is, but it's really good, but it's still pretty basic because even if you look at the creative and the whole flow, like I mean the playable creative, it seems that it doesn't fit the game. Like a little different graphic, the style.
Little
there's
different
even,
graphic, dude. It's like super different graphics. It's usually hyper
oh,
casual.
the character is pretty much the same, man. Like
Okay, the character. Okay, in Hero
Yeah.
Wars, the character is the same, of course. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
But let's continue. So another example comes in. Let's take Mighty Party.
Yeah, that's
Which
my
is
favorite. It's my favorite.
which is a game that starts the formula a little bit different. So what they do, they start with a little bit of a story segment, seems pretty high production value, nice graphics, and then you are thrown into their turn-based RPG gameplay, a very, very short battle. But immediately afterwards, you get that favorite tower number creative, where you need to defeat opponents based on their numbers on top of their heads, and you cannot go against
So
the higher one.
fake creative immediately.
Yeah,
in
fake
your
creating
face.
comes in. The important thing here, what they improved compared to Hero Wars, is if you win or lose, it's not some kind of a random like ad-based playable UI. It's the game UI. If you
Yeah.
actually win, you get the same chest ritual, the same UI flow as you would get from a normal battle. If you lose, again, same UI flow, same pretty much everything in a way that it seems that it's seamless. This is part of the game and this is normal. Afterwards, the game goes again into one more battle, the normal one, you win it, and then one more complex, creative, playable ad. But you again win, you can skip or retry if you want, and then the game tutorial takes in and takes you to the town. This again seems much more seamless, much more polished, and again the hope remains that these things will somewhere be shown later, and players continue
hope
playing
remains.
pretty much. But that's it, man. Like just read the comments on Reddit or anywhere else, and people
Yeah.
are like literally complaining, like I've played this for months and there were no more puzzles.
Oh, really? Oh, okay, nice. Okay,
Literally like that.
that's amazing. I mean, look, that's brilliant.
Yeah, of course.
That's a hook. That's a hook right there.
But that's the whole thing with like gacha systems and operational conditioning, where
Yeah. Okay.
the thing that works the best is the one where you hope that it drops, where it's not linear, where like if you click it, it doesn't drop. There's a chance it could drop,
Yeah.
and this is the same. That maybe somewhere there later down the line there could be another puzzle, and I want to play it, but it's not.
Yeah. Okay.
So the other
genius.
interesting part about this is that the game was soft launch in June 2017, and if you
Yeah.
look at the charts, yeah, that's kind of old already. And if you look at the charts in first 2 years, the game didn't really stand out. It was making something like 200k a month, 500k a month a little bit later, then scale up a little bit to something like 1 million. But only by July 2021 last year, it was pretty much supercharged, where it first quadrupled its daily downloads and then 20 times fold, or how do you say it? Increase it by 20 times, pretty much
Yeah.
from 500k or like 80k it was before, and now it was like 4.5 million for July 2021, where the game pretty much got something like 8 million a month. And it's still the same game. There were no some kind of dramatic changes in the product, like we know where games do turnarounds that we know that are possible. For instance, Adventure Communist, if you want to look up that one, like the game looked completely different when the game was first global launch, and they changed it, and now it makes like much more money. But there was like drastic changes in the meta game and gameplay. This game was pretty much the same in the end. So
Yep. So what did they change?
so what did they change? Yeah, that's the question.
Oh, you can read my article if you want.
But on the downside of it, it doesn't seem that this is like a stable trend as we see the numbers there, because
yeah, it's not sustainable, man. It's
Yeah,
But
it's
net
not
on net is
sustainable.
still a good thing, right? Like,
yeah, like 100 million shark fin is really a good thing. I cannot argue against that.
yeah, even if it's a short-term gain. I mean,
Yeah.
pretty
If
nice
it's a
revenue.
short-term game and you breaks out and like the UA is positive, it's great. If it works for some time, but it can find your next game, whatever you want to do with the money.
Yeah, exactly.
Go
Yeah.
to Bahamas and stuff, and buy a yacht.
do some tax avoidance. Is that what you're saying in Bahamas? Are you in the
I didn't
Bahamas?
say anything.
Yeah, don't you see the the wall behind him?
Yeah, there's a palm tree there. I see a palm tree.
Yeah, looks like Bahamas.
Anyway, so
You
this
tax
was a
dodging old sailor, you. I knew you were doing something.
this was a better example of duct taping the creative into the gameplay. But let's continue into the third example, which I think is the genius one. When you actually create fake core gameplay. This is the, let's say,
Money
yeah,
shot.
exactly.
Damn,
Like, let me
this is
just coin
great
this term
segment,
for
Rima.
now.
I'm actually enjoying this so much.
Fake core gameplay, because this is actually what is happening. So let's pick Kingdom Guard for this example. There's also Top War that we could talk about, but I'm liking this. I'm liking this.
Yeah,
this
let's
one much
do
more.
Kingdom Guard. They
Yeah.
target me so much with their fake ads, and I know like they're not anywhere close to the gameplay.
Yeah, exactly. So Kingdom Guard, the new game, or let's say recent game, was going to launch 2021, so last year. Is
One second,
again,
one second. Felix, do you see this resurrected guy after he got COVID? He's completely changed, man.
I think it's the glasses. Like they were
Oh,
weighing him
oh,
down,
glasses,
and then
right.
now without the glasses, he's on
Suddenly,
absolute
everything
fire.
he says,
Yeah.
it's super interesting.
so good. Don't interrupt him. I want to get back. This is actually
sorry,
good.
yeah, okay. Just wanted to bring it.
anyway, let's get back to the thing. So you start with very, very simple gameplay. The only thing you can basically do is merge stuff. Actually, if you look at it, the whole layout and the basic concept in the first 2 minutes looks like merge planes, to be honest.
Oh yeah,
Because
okay.
you
That
can
was
just
the
merge
best
stuff.
merge game back in days. It was like
Yeah, exactly.
exploded immediately.
Yeah, so you merge your towers on top of each other and then put them on the slots on the road, and like units come, and there's like a
The classic
basically a
tower defense.
tower
Yeah.
defense
Yeah.
game with the merge spin. If you need more tokens, you train them for money, you again merge them, and this kind of continues. Seems kind of easy. What could there be? Like nice tower defense merge game. Wrong. this is something completely
There is a twist.
different.
There is a twist
Exactly.
in your face.
So suddenly, when you continue this, some things change, meaning that more slots unlock, more tokens unlock, more units unlock. And then suddenly the game offers the auto merging option, which is later monetized with ads and even premium purchase, where the game for premium would even put the units on the towers for you. So you don't even need to now not only merge them, but you don't even need to actually place them on the towers. Games does everything for you.
Nice. It sounds very interesting.
Yeah.
Sounds like AFK Arena.
So,
Or something like that.
You still need to push the button.
Oh, okay,
spawning
okay.
new units,
Okay,
and they auto merge themselves, but you still need to push that one
Nice.
button. But basically, what has happened that after 20 minutes of you nicely playing this tower defense game with merging and everything, they pretty much took out all of the like needed attention and everything. And it's just reduced to clicking one button and the whole thing plays itself. So what are you then doing within the whole game? So now's the time to introduce 4x. So this is the
Oh.
part where our famous very, very good March battle map comes in and introduces all of the nice 4x mechanics where you have your town, you have your protection shield for some time in the beginning.
Wait a second.
You can send your units to march against other players or other units and then join an alliance. And then you're joining an alliance, moving your town hall into the nest of the alliance, battling with other players, and so on and so forth.
Okay, so Kingdom Guard is actually a 4x game.
Exactly.
Okay, look.
This guy's at a tower defense game.
I haven't played it yet. They are targeting me all the time. It looks from the creative perspective, it looks absolutely non 4x game at all. At all. I didn't even play.
This is the trend. Like, keep in mind that before, during the days of the glory days of Machine Zone, all the 4x game would start with that never-ending tutorial that upgrade this, upgrade that, upgrade this, and that with the girl or Kate Upton or whoever was there, was Arnold Schwarzenegger telling you.
Yeah, Arnold.
Yeah, these days are gone. Now, what we do, we build a completely different game under the main game. At some point, we get rid of it or
So
pretty much minimize it to the nothing, because the interaction that you were learning, you can forget it. You don't need it anymore. And now comes the real part where you need to kind of play the 4x game.
This is even better than Ant's the Underground Kingdom that we discussed previously.
Yeah, exactly.
You hide your like tutorial behind like something low CPI that gets people in, and then you funnel them into a 4x game that has the higher like LTV. It's
but
like
this makes a lot of sense because a lot of companies, or well, not a lot of companies, but if you have a portfolio of games, what you were doing, just buying traffic to the low CPI games and then just cross promote them to your different games where you have like
this won't work well.
in theory. But then
it would work for King.
Sure, of course. Okay. Still, like in theory, this works quite well. Okay, and then this is even better. I mean, because you just buy the traffic to very lower CPI than 4x. Everything is lower CPI than 4x, I guess.
I don't know about Casino.
Yeah, Social Casino is probably the only one. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. Like next year, there will be a hyper casual funneling into Social Casino that I would kill myself. That would be amazing.
Yeah, I can already see the Coin Master Pig doing like hyper casual things.
They were already doing the ASMR slicing of the coins.
Yeah. Anyway,
okay.
This works pretty well. As I said, the whole connection now within the tower defense game is now just like it unfolds features for you. So if let's say I wanted to try to send two heroes which are not able to do anything within the tower defense, they are there like standing and shooting, but in the end you want to send them to like March map within the 4x part, you need to progress the levels on the stages on the kind of a thing. But just notice the gold, like this is the best kind of thing to give. Like I think the illusion breaks in this part and they still need to work on this, because from the beginning they were pretty stingy on gold, and like the towers were kind of expensive. You need to learn it, you can really overwhelm you and stuff like that. So one spawn of the tokens costs 5 gold, and you had like 20 gold, 30 gold, stuff like that. But in 15 minutes you have 150k immediately.
Gold. Okay.
Because you need that for those 4x upgrades. So if you are not spawning, it still costs 5 gold to spawn those tokens, and you have now 150k gold.
Jakub, look, you are the game designer. You can, see through all of this. I wouldn't even, notice these type of things.
No, me neither.
Do you think like regular player knows like, now I have 150?
Of course.
No, it's brilliant.
Yeah. Like it's really brilliant, and the important part is that compared to something like Mighty Party, if you look at the charts, there's a hockey stick upwards. There's not like some kind of a current temporary trend of this spiking up and then going down.
But you know why?
Hockey stick upwards.
Because Kingdom Guard is 4x, and usually 4x have also like higher LTVs than Mighty Party, which is
an RPG. Yeah.
RPG, yeah. There you go.
Yeah,
so that's why.
That could be one of the things, of course. And of
also,
course, Kingdom
this,
Guard is new, and
yeah,
like
and
the
that's
polish
that's
of
the
that game, and like everything. Like now you did this kind of proper transition from fake core gameplay into the 4X, which also
Yeah.
Top War does, by the way. It's not like limited to it.
And also there is this X Hero
RPG.
case as well.
Yeah.
It's RPG battler, whatever it is, and they one level it's the RPG battle, which like very hardcore graphics, and then the next
Save the
level,
dog.
the
Physics
next level
puzzle.
is save the dog, hyper casual, completely unrelated to the gameplay, and it's like also like very different visual style. You beat that level, you progress to the next level, and that's again super hardcore RPG battle, and then like they switch between these levels. It's hyper casual, hardcore, hyper casual, hardcore, and that's how you progress in the game.
Yeah. Like what I would take out of this is that it could be really heading towards this kind of direction that next year or in like a few years we could see that this would be like a standard thing of your tutorial. The tutorials pretty much will
Hyper
become the
casual or easy, yeah.
fake core gameplay hyper casual thing, and there would be no way around it in a way because
Love
the
it.
CPI will rise so high.
Yeah.
Love it, because I've been talking about like hyper casual concepts into your creative strategy for a year almost, and it's happening. And this is even better. This is even better because now you're hyper casualizing your tutorial basically.
Yeah, no, it's brilliant. Your Fatui is just changing to get cheaper. I love it. It's beautiful.
Beautiful.
It's a perfect money printer. Let's just say it like that.
Perfect illusion.
Yeah, like it and this is like this is the best thing of that kind of a third example, that they don't really break the illusion, that there's some kind of because the gameplay still goes on, like the tower defense, everything. I can imagine that it goes into like level like ridiculous, like 1000 or something, and it's still there, and it greets you when you start the game. So you can still kind of, if you enjoy it, and you can still go and enjoy some dopamine for that hyper casual auto merging and stuff like that in the meantime when the timers on the 4X are running.
That's perfect. Oh, this is so great. This is going to be a trend of 2023.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Off to you, Mr. Blondie.
Blondie. Blondie san. Blondie san.
Blondie san.
All right. So we were talking about fake ads. Remo, you had this great insight, but I just wanted to shift gears a bit and just start off by asking, what do you guys think is the biggest predictor of like good creative performance?
Well, the emotions that are always attached to the creative.
IPM.
All right. Numbers. There you
So
go.
like I have a bit of a different take than both of you.
Okay.
So I'm going to go on a bit of a 3-minute rant, and you're both are going to get very triggered. So let's just hold off the argument until after.
I'm not sure.
All right.
Okay.
So basically, like the one thing that you guys like, there's an old lady, like agents like learned saying that says shit only flows downstream, right? And in the case of creatives, it's very applicable, right? So everything that Maciej makes in terms of creatives and ultimately puts in front of the users, like through his UA campaigns and other games, flows downstream through a massive filter that you're not taking into account, right? And that filter has a much bigger impact on click-through rate, install rate than any creative content ever will as an average.
Yeah.
And that is the end cards. And in particular, the end cards that ad networks superimpose at the end of every video credit, like video creative that is shown on their UA like network. So this is not something that you control as a UA person's. Networks control this.
Dude, I put the end cards on Unity on Applavin every time.
Yeah, but are those the end cards that the user sees? No, right? They're different. The end cards that you see. Let me get on to it. You'll see. All right, let me get on. I'm like don't let me. Yeah, no. Anyway, yeah. So where I'm trying to go with this is I'm going to start off here by giving you guys a little AdMon history lesson. Last summer, Iron Source started rolling out a new video end card on their whole ad network with a 3-click template that replaced the old traditional one-click template end card. So basically, the end card template looked like this. At the end of a 30-second rewarded video, you press skip up in the corner. You then had to wait 3 seconds where an App Store page dragged up from the bottom. Then after 2 seconds, you could skip that and the ad closed, right? So that is the end card that they superimpose. That's not what you put in as a UA manager,
Yeah,
right?
You mean like
that's
the template at
Exactly
the
at the end, that has always at the end of every end card. So I don't know what the impact was the Iron Source saw to their CTR and IR metrics, and that's how they get paid ultimately, right? But I do know that within 10 days, which is very quick, AppLovin had rolled out exactly the same end card format across their whole network.
end.
So
That's suspicious.
this leads me to think that the impact was very large.
Yeah.
Why do I know this? Because I had to deal with user complaints on why this 30-second ads were now 35 seconds.
Yeah,
And why it's harder to click out of the ads and accidentally click through in the ads. So that was last summer. Where are we now? Right now, AppLovin end cards have 2 end templates. A 2 clicks template, I think they call it a 2EC, and a 3 click template called the 3EC. So the default right now on AppLovin looks like you finish your 30-second rewarded video, then basically a 5-second video that you then watch at the end card, then a 3-second pop-up that comes up from the App Store where you can download. Then after that, you click through it. There's a 2-second end card screen then again with a store that comes up like as a banner at the bottom where you can press a get button that downloads the game automatically from the ad. So you don't even take into the App Store anymore. So what's the impact? What's been like the impact on these end cards on CTR and install rate? I wish I knew. I've asked Iron Source and AppLovin, but they're public institutions, so they can't or won't tell me. But I would love to know. But if you think about it, what they've done with these end cards is they've increased by 2 or 3x the chances of people clicking on their ads, and that's massive.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking this is
also annoying as fuck.
Yeah, I was getting to that now. Like, if you're thinking this has a impact on publisher games retentions, you're very right. A couple of months ago asked AppLovin to remove this due to the retention issues in the games I was mediating on Max. But after a couple of weeks, I saw a degradation of eCPM in those games where I removed the end card.
Yeah.
As we know, eCPM is a mix of historic performance of the ads in your games. Basically, algorithms take into account install rate, click-through rate, number of unique users in your games over the last 7 days, and then comes out with a number. So it would make sense that if you're getting less click-throughs or installs because of the more inferior end cards, that the eCPM would drop and then basically have a negative impact on the install metrics. So in reality, micro and macro factors play a big part in CPM, but I'm about to run some tests in one game that basically I'm taking back the aggressive end cards because AppLovin didn't have the feature to do it on one game. It was account wide. Yeah. So I'll know probably by the end of this quarter exactly how big of an eCPM impact those end cards have. But I just wanted to open your guys' eyes and basically to summarize, my opinion is you don't need to have the best creatives. Your creatives just need to be good enough. Then the ad networks, aka the true gatekeepers of our industry or the godfathers, their end cards will take care of the rest. Then it's up to Remo and game design to create a good enough fatui to not have users churn after the first app open, which really fits into what Remo was saying. So I'm just saying they have so much more power than you actually think.
Are you saying that now fake ads are even more supercharged because of this change?
Exactly.
Better. And what was the date of this?
So last summer was when Iron Source first, not this summer, but the summer before. That's when they rolled it out. This new click template.
Exactly. No, the Mighty Party example we were talking was the best period was somewhere that
it was
July 2021.
No, yeah, the July.
That's the peak.
21 was the peak. Yes, that's true. It was the 7 million they made in July and August. August was the best where they made 7 million. It's not bad. But the thing is,
they started the kind of supercharging the UA in October 2020.
Yeah, exactly, and then increased over time. So okay, well, the thing is, it's only applicable to ad networks. Is this rolled out to Unity as well? I have no idea.
The thing, yeah, Unity has like longer end cards now as well. But the thing is, AppLovin now, I would say, probably is a bigger ad network than Facebook on mobile. Like they've definitely taken number 2 position. AdMob is
Could
probably
be.
still number 1, but I would say now AppLovin is number 2. So
Okay.
when you say ad networks, yeah, but they're the
know.
second biggest.
Okay, now it all makes sense. And all makes sense. I mean, I was looking into X Hero UA diversification, obviously. I know the UA
What
channel
else would you
mix,
look into? Yeah.
of course, the UA channel mix, and the second biggest UA channel was AppLovin. So yeah, I guess you might be onto something.
Yeah, let's see if I get sued for this.
I hope not.
You definitely know I'm onto something.
By the Godfathers?
By the Godfathers.
Shouldn't they said like a horse head or something before?
Yeah. Cut off fingers or something, or hand. Okay.
But anyway, so I just wanted to wrap this up before we finish the episode. My friends at Vungle actually shared some data with me that they allowed me to share in our Pocket Gamer Helsinki talk that we're doing at 9 a.m. on Tuesday morning? 9:40 on Tuesday morning. And basically they shared some data on actually the impact on ERCPM. So that's effective revenue per melee. That's basically the metric that you use to take ECPM and fill into account the money. Mm-hmm. So basically, from a 1 second end card close button delay, that adds 57% to your effective RPM. A 14 second end card close button adds up to 188% of effective RPM increases. So you see, the longer the end card, the more money you earn because people click through it more often.
Okay. Isn't it because they want to close it, but then they end up in the store?
That's what a cynic would say, right? But I'm just saying,
that's what the realist.
But I'm just saying, as an average, the thing that impacts creative performance the most is the Godfathers. It's the end cards, the things that they impact, not what you put in the creative. On average, I'm talking averages here.
Yeah, of course. But then you have different UA mixes, and then the AppLovin, Unity, and Iron Source is not that big, and would be great to have this data for Google as well, if they do something like this. I'm not sure as well.
Yeah.
And then
let's try to get someone from Iron Source and AppLovin on the podcast. We can just ask them. I would love to know. It would be a really interesting discussion.
Yeah, I'm in the talks with Iron Source actually to be on their level up pod, and we wanted to do a swappy afterwards. So we will definitely,
I've talked to AppLovin as well. There's rumors of having one person on, so I'm just hoping to get it cleared.
Nice. All right. Well, we'll see. We can ask. Cool. Nobody will answer. There you go. And with that, I think that's it for today, right?
Have a good weekend.
Yeah.
See you at PGC.
See you next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.